Good afternoon, and you're very welcome along to Park Clare in West Clare. We're here for the Lidl Division 3 National Football League round 2 tie between Clare, the home county, and Wexford. My name is Peter O'Connell, and I'll be joined on match commentary this afternoon by former Clare footballer Anne-Marie Conlon, who's from Clare. Anne-Marie, before we quickly run through the teams, the viewers can see it's quite breezy here in Clare, and it's very much a cross street breeze.
Yeah, it's quite windy. It's going, as you said, it's going across the field. Nice dry day. I don't know how long it will stay dry for now, but both teams out warming up. The surface looks good at the moment, so well done to the committee here in Clare for having it looking so well for the end of January, and we're looking forward to a really good spectacle here today.
We'll just start by running through the two teams. We'll start with the visiting county, Wexford. Wexford had a 13-point win over Offaly last weekend in round 1. Wexford were at home. Their starting team today, Leanne Moore from St Anne's is in goals. Full back line, Ashton Halligan from Clare Volunteers. At full back is Sean Murphy from Shelmalier, and in the left corner is Katie English from Adamstown. The Wexford half back line, Ava Manley is at right half back from Shelmalier. At centre back is her clubmate Roisin Murphy, who's also the captain. And wearing number 7 is Orla Keogh from Waldov Tira. In the middle of the field, wearing 8 is Aoife Cullen from Gussaran, and she's partnered by Ciara Donnelly from Shelmalier. And Ciara scored one of Wexford's 2 goals last weekend against Offaly. The half forward line, wearing 10 is Sarah Harding Kenny from Shelmalier. At centre forward is Katrina Murray from Clonee. Wearing 12 is Wexford other goal scorer last weekend, Ciara Banville from Tagmon Camross. The full forward line, Ciara Ronan from Waldov Tira. At full forward is Ashley Murphy from Gussaran, and wearing 15 is Quillan Newlon from Ballygareth. And Anne-Marie, you've been looking through one or two of the Wexford key players.
Yeah, so I had a look at last week's game, and as you said, they had a comprehensive win, 2-13 to 2-4 over Offaly. Now, they've started some very young players, which we'll look at in a couple of moments, but just looking at the full back line, Kate English moved from corner to full back, and she was outstanding throughout. The half back line, you mentioned Ava Manley, she was excellent. That was her debut, actually. She played really, really well. She was outstanding. Looking at midfielding, Aoife Cullen and Ciara Donnelly, 2 very experienced players, will work very hard, and Clare will have to watch that today. Looking at the half forward line, then Sarah Harding and Ciara Banville, they were both excellent last week. Ciara well able to find the net, so Clare will have to watch that. And looking at the full forward line, then Wexford started with a completely new full forward line last week, all very young players, but they scored 7 points between them, 5 from play, and they will have to be watched.
And Clare starting 15, one change from last week. Amy Lenihan starts in goals from St Joseph's Dura Bearfield. The changes at cornerback, Lauren Griffin from Fergus Rovers comes in for Orla Devitt from Éire Óg, who is unavailable today. At fullback is Siofra Cunnell from St Joseph's Dura Bearfield, and in the left corner, Gráinne Harvey from West Clare Gales. The half back line, Louise Griffin from Fergus Rovers, who played very well last weekend. At centre back is the team captain, Caoimhe Harvey from West Clare Gales, and at left half back, Anie Keane from St Joseph's Milltown. In the middle of the field, Sinead Constantine from the Scanner is partnered by Chloe Maloney from Kinmurray Bricken. Clare half forward line, Emer Keane from St Joseph's Milltown. At centre forward, Fidelma Marnan, who scored 2-2 last weekend from West Clare Gales, and wearing 12 is Amy Sexton from Kinmurray Bricken. On the inside line, Lizzie Roach from Bourne Gales, Cleena Blake from Dunbeg, and Ciara McCarthy from Kinmurray Bricken. So just that one change, Anne-Marie.
Yeah, just the one change. Orla's unavailable today, but Louise Griffin is getting her chance, so it's a great opportunity for her. Clare had some outstanding performances last week in every line of the field, and I know Wayne Freeman, the new manager, he put on 13 of the 15 subs, so he gave everyone a run. I'm expecting a different kind of a game today. It'll be much more tactical. 2 very evenly matched sides here, but just looking at the performances last week, Siofra Cunnell was very solid at full back, as was Gráinne Harvey. The half back line, Caoimhe Harvey, led from the front. She made some excellent runs up along the field. To be interesting to see if she'll do that today. Anie Keane and her twin sister Emer, they worked very hard as well last week, as did the midfield pairing of Sinead Constantine and Chloe Maloney. Sinead did a lot of tracking. Chloe Maloney gave some excellent ball into the full forward line. If you remember, Lizzie Roach was out in front for every ball, as was Ciara McCarthy. Cleena Blake was kind of out in the midfield area last week, so it'll be interesting to see if she will do that again today. And Fidelma got on the scoreboard as well last week, so it was a really good performance from Clare.
The referee is Paul McGaughey, and he's just No, it's Wexford. We're going to have a minute silence here in Clare for long-serving County Board officer Christy O'Connor, who sadly passed away recently. Anne-Marie, Christy O'Connor really did make a fabulous contribution to Clare Ladies football, didn't he?
Absolutely, and everyone in Clare knew him. He was always on the gates going into matches, always had a friendly smile, and he'll be sadly missed. He did great work for ladies football in Clare.
Absolutely. There's a reasonable crowd gathering here in Clare, in the stand side of the field. As I said earlier on, it is quite breezy, but the breeze probably will be too helpful to their team in the sense that it's going straight across the field. But in terms of shooting, I suppose the stand side is the scoring side, because the breeze is a bit more helpful.
Yes,
that side. And
teams will have to be working it to that side of the field, so the attacking team will have to work strategically, whereas the defending team will have to know that as well. I think we're just experiencing a minute of silence here now in mark respect to Christy.
So we'll just respect that minute silence. And that was an impeccably observed minute silence, and I think we'll pause now for our own.
Very good musicians and very good singers, and that's the Town Cup twins, 10 years old, from the Clare Club, Rachel and Emma, to sing the national anthem. Thank you.
So we pause now for our own green live here from Clare. And well done indeed to the Thompson sisters from the home club here of Clare in West Clare for singing and doing a great job there with our own event. So we're almost close to throw-in time. Two teams just going through one or two last minute exercises just to make sure they can stay warm, because it is fairly cool. We're in West Clare, not too far from the Atlantic, Anne-Marie, and there's a let's just call it a lively breeze.
Yeah, there is for sure. I'm expecting a very close contest here today again, with the weather conditions as well. A drop of a ball, could make a big difference here. So both teams will try to eliminate mistakes if possible, but there will be mistakes made throughout. But I suppose it's the team who has the least will come out on top today.
We mentioned the referee Paul Mavahi. He's the man in the middle. The two linesmen today are from Clare clubs: Barry Kelly from St Joseph Milton and Paul Hickey from Kimberley Bricken. We also would like to mention, I suppose, the help we've received here from Clare Club, the club chairman David O'Brien, and also the groundsman Michael Crowe. And also a fairly nice cup of tea there, Anne-Marie, as well from Anya O'Brien. So,
yeah, it's lovely.
Things going reasonably well so far.
Yeah. Everything has been top quality here so far. So again, big thanks to the committee and to all the organisers and everyone providing food. It's great to have it being played in West Clare, and I think it's going to be the same venue again for next week's encounter with Kildare.
So the two teams almost ready to go at this stage. From the point of view, Anne-Marie, and you'd have done a lot in the past yourself, a long journey away from home. What are the key things for a visiting team, so to speak?
I think it's important to get a good start. The home team will obviously be well rested, so it's important that teamwork and work rate is very, very important, and just settling the nerves. Getting the first score on the board, getting the first tackle in, the first dispossession. Winning possession, which is very important.
As you can see there, Wexford have made a positional change. Aisling Murphy is wearing 14 from Gussaran. She's starting in midfield, or she's in there for the throw-in at least anyway, so we'll keep an eye as to whether she plays out there for the entire game, or maybe switches into full forward once the game starts. The ball is in and the game is on, and it is indeed Aisling Murphy who wins it straight away and links up with the midfielder, and back now with the number 8 centre forward has it, pops it off to the Wexford wing forward. It's a great block by Sheafrin Connell. That shot there from Ciara Banville, and it was good defending from Clare. A really lively start from Wexford after winning that throw in, but Clare did well to bottle it up, get the block in, and now they're working the ball up the field, and Amy Sexton has it down, bursting forward under a bit of pressure there from Orla Keogh, or Kehoe probably is the Wexford pronunciation. Long ball in, but really well read there by the Wexford cornerback, who's Aisling Halligan, wearing number 2. That was excellent defending there from Halligan. Gives to Roisin Murphy, the captain at centre back. And Wexford now trying to work the ball up the far side of the field, coming in field a bit. Fidelma Marnin trying to put on a bit of pressure, but Wexford hold on to it. And the first long ball of the game now, and the Wexford corner forward, Quaylen Newlan, is trying to go along with the ball, and is under a lot of pressure there, and eventually too much pressure, and it's going to be a free in for Wexford under pressure there from Gráinne Harvey. It's very, very early in the game, Anne-Marie, and very early to be making early judgments, but the handling of both teams has been very good, hasn't it?
Yeah, excellent. Giving us the person in the best position, as we saw on numerous occasions last week from both sides, minding the ball and pin passing the passes. So that's really well done from Wexford.
Quaylen Newlan has the ball under pressure from Lauren Griffin, and has to work it backfield. It was a good intelligent ball, as it turned out, back to Ciara Donnelly from Shelmalier, and Wexford now controlling the play in the middle of the field, in the middle third of the field, bursting forward now with Aoife Cullen from Gussaran. It's a good run from Cullen, gives it off to the corner forward, Newlan. It's a good effort, and it drops in under the. Well, I thought it dropped under the crossbar, Emery, but it didn't.
I think Amy just got the hand to there, just seemed to tail over the crossbar. Yeah, actually, really good save.
Extremely important hand as it turned out.
Yeah.
Distance here. I think it landed in the back of the net, landed on the net, haven't gone over the post, and that's why it looked as if it might have gone under. So as it turned out, a really important intervention there from Amy Lenehan from St. Joseph's de Ribeirfield, playing her second game for Clare. That point from Quaylen Newlan, and Clare now looking to try and get on a bit of ball in the middle third of the field. The winner free was won by Sheafrin Connell, but for the second ball that Clare kicked forward, now that's been intercepted by Wexford. So Wexford Clare definitely will have to try to, I suppose, be a bit more controlled in terms of their use of the ball. They win it back on the far side, but going over the sideline, Paul Hickey waves his flag. He was saying it was going to be a line ball for Wexford, but it turned out to be free for Clare. Paul Cocky giving the free to Clare, and Clare now trying to build, but give away the ball again. This is the third time now Clare have given the ball away. Wexford now attacking with real intent with Aoife Cullen. That's great football from Cullen. Gets far as the number 12. She pulled on the ball, but it was good goalkeeping from Aoife Linehan, and a shot there from Ciara Banville. She pulled it on because she just slightly lost control, but Wexford win it back again now. And on this occasion, therefore, he gives a free out. I didn't 100% see what happened there, Emery. He seems to be indicating there was a push in the back.
Yeah, it looked like Emer Keane was on the ground, and I think Ava Manley just kind of held her. She was getting up off the ground, so if they're going to be a Clare free, it's going to be taken by Caoimhe Harvey. She may go back to her keeper. She's looking for options, but Wexford are pushing up on the Clare backs, and they're not giving any options there, and they're trying to stop them coming out with the ball, but she's giving it to Amy Linehan.
Amy Linehan has it's always a good sign of confidence when a goalkeeper shows for a free like that. Sheafrin Connell under pressure from the full forward, but does very well to hold on to it. Gives it to Caoimhe Harvey. Clare under pressure trying to come out now. Caoimhe Harvey has it again, pops it off. Clare holding on to the ball, wing back Louise Griffin had it there, and Clare need to let it go. And Anne-Marie, you called it before the referee overcarrying.
Yeah, I think there was about 6 steps there, but again Sinead Considine was put under pressure from the Wexford forwards. The Wexford forwards are working really, really hard. Clare aren't getting out as easy with the ball as they were last week, and they're going to have to mind the ball and not panic. They just need to settle into the game a little bit more. Good pressure from Wexford though.
Yeah, that's a really good point. The difference in terms of quality between Wexford and Sligo is very significant. But excellent defending there from Caoimhe Harvey, because Wexford were almost in. If they'd held on to that pass, Clare now breaking out with Louise Griffin from Fergus Rovers, and maybe opportunity now for Chloe Maloney to get on the ball for the first time. Maloney now breaking through the middle. She's been followed by Orla Kehoe. What an unbelievable finish from Fidelma Marnin. It was an absolutely great one from Chloe Maloney, and Fidelma Marnin, Anne-Marie, is playing with, we know her ability, and when her gander is up, so to speak, she can do that. Chloe Maloney now tries to thread it through again to Fidelma Marnin. Clare having won the kick out, but Wexford managed to deal with that and get it away, and Wexford have it now in the middle third of the field with their wing forward Ciara Vanderbilt. She's bursting forward. The referee plays advantage there. Louise Griffin pulled her back a bit. It's a great run from Vanderbilt, in on goal, shoots. Good hands, really good hands from Amy Linehan, and Amy Linehan finds a Clare player as well, in the form of Tina Blake, who's was it Tina Blake?
Amy Sexton.
It was Amy Sexton actually, who was quite deep, so that was good goalkeeping. Fidelma Marnin always in again. Good football from Marnin, taking on the full back. Does she have a runner off her shoulder? Fidelma, well, it didn't matter because she puts over an absolutely super point. That's 1-1 from Clare, from Fidelma Marnin. And she's on fire, Anne-Marie.
Absolutely, yeah. Just going back to the goal earlier, it was a really good run from Chloe Maloney, and she gave it to Emer Keane, who popped it to the oncoming Fidelma. We've seen Fidelma do that time and time again, and again there for her score, settled in front of the post and popped it over the bar. Clare in possession again with Chloe Maloney, and she's after giving it to Cliona Blake.
It was well won back there by Emer Keane. Cliona Blake pops it in as far as Lizzie Roach and Lauren Gales. Lizzie Roach now taking on a couple of Wexford players, turns back, tried to find the Clare player and gave it away. Clare should have just popped it off, probably, Emery. Wexford now emerging with the ball. To be honest, it's a really good game. It's an
excellent game, yeah. Caoimhe Harvey has settled there at her centre back position. She's out to the ball. Sinead Considine's on the ball now, and she'll be looking for options in the wing. But both teams have settled into the game really well.
Yeah, a lot of good football. The wonderful conditions are really, really good, particularly given the time of the year. But the two teams looking really sharp, looking really confident. Clare now linking up really well. Fidelma Marnin has yet another opportunity for a shot on goal. She's had 3 shots. She scored 1-2. Clare 1-2. Wexford a point. And when you have a player in form like that, Anne-Marie, you just want to give her the ball as often as possible.
Yeah, and she oodles confidence. I know she's demanding the ball all the time. She's making unselfish runs there in the half forward line. She was back helping out the midfield earlier, and that's a sign of a very good player. And she's improved an awful lot in the last couple of years on her work rate. But all the girls are working really hard, and the ball comes into her. That's important too. So the girls out the field are equally as important.
The kick out, Wexford under a bit of pressure now, trying to hold on to the ball in the middle of the field. The referee eventually blows a whistle, and he's given a free to Wexford, so they'll be able to maybe alleviate alleviate the bit of pressure there, because they're under significant pressure. Wexford now go along with this one. Amy Linehan reads it well, comes off the line, gets a left foot to it, and it was a vital interception. Wexford have it back again now with their wing forward Ciara Vanderbilt. Ciara Vanderbilt sold the ball, taking on her direct opponent Louise Griffin. Vanderbilt can't get the shot, and it's a great block from Schifrin Connell, but the referee saw probably a high tackle there, Anne-Marie. It's going to be a free in for Wexford on the 14-yard line, and it's handy enough.
Yeah, I think Louise Griffin just caught Ciara Banfield there by the neck, just very slightly as she was going through. I know the ref waved advantage. This is well within Caelan's reach. You'd imagine she'd pop it over the bar.
And Caelan Newland does exactly that. That's Wexford's second point, so Clare leading by 1-2 to Wexford's 2 points. And as you can see there on the screen, 9 minutes gone here in Park, Clare, which is back in West there. Quite a journey for Wexford. And well, definitely they have settled in. I know Clare have the goal in it, but Wexford have played a lot of good football. It's free for Clare. The foul there on Emer Keane just in front of us here, and the free is going to be taken by Lauren Griffin for Fergus Rovers. Nice ball from Lauren Griffin up as far as Chloe Maloney. Chloe Maloney holds onto the ball there under a bit of pressure, links up with Tina Blake, and Quilla Harvey now, who went forward a lot last week against Sligo, has it and gives it back as far as Maloney. Maloney looks for the run. She spots the run off Fidelma Marnin. And Fidelma keep it in. She gets her left hand to it. It's along the line, but does well to keep it in. Takes on the cornerback, gets past Aisling Halligan. This is good determined play from Fidelma Marnin. She's on the ground. It was very good defending eventually from Wexford, and every ball is being fought for valiantly by both teams. Wexford's fullback Shauna Murphy switches to play infield, and Wexford now have a bit of space with Aoife Cullen, who switches it on towards the centre back. Roisin Murphy, the captain. Roisin Murphy taking on Chloe Maloney, but Chloe Maloney put a bit of pressure on there, and Wexford gave it away. And you can see both teams working extremely hard when they don't have the ball, which is always a good sign of a well coached team. Tina Blake from Dunbeg now looks up, tries to spot the run there of Lizzie Roach, but that was overhit and goes out over the sideline. It's going to be a sideline for Wexford just in front of the clubhouse here in Clare. A reminder that both teams won their opening match last weekend. Wexford had a 13-point home win against Offaly. Clare had a 19-point away win against Sligo up in Corrie. Good pressure there from Clare's Ciara McCarthy, and both teams both sets of forwards trying to put a lot of pressure on the backs as they come out. Wexford free against Wexford, I'd say on that occasion. Chloe Maloney was trying to put the tackle in, and a large Emery.
Yeah, some refs call that, some don't. On this occasion, it's gone in Clare's favour. Chloe Maloney is looking to go along to Lizzie Roach, and what a ball into Lizzie, but there's two Wexford defenders back there, and one of them is Ciara Donnelly. She's gone back to her goalkeeper, who was after finding Katie English. And
Katie English now coming out with the ball, sawing out from cornerback. Lizzie Roach tries to put a tackle in. It's transferred to Ciara Vanville. Ciara Vanville gives it to passes on to the centre back, Roisin Murphy. Roisin Murphy switches it to the far side to her colleague in the half back line, Orla Kehoe, and Kehoe. Nice ball infield, and this is good football now from Wexford. They're trying to build up, but unfortunately for Wexford, corner forward Quilla Newland just lost her feet. But Wexford do well to hold on to it. Aoife Manley now has it, but she pumped it in there. But Chieftain Cullen did very, very well. She's really has become such an excellent fullback for Clare over the last couple of years, reads it so well. Clare now building through Emer Keane from St Joseph Milton. She kicks it forward to her Ciara McCarthy from Kilmurray Brick, neighbouring club in West Clare, but the ball in is cut out well by Katie English. Katie English doing a lot of good work inside, cornerback for Wexford, who emerged with the ball, and a player who's been on a lot of ball, Ciara Vanville, has it again now. Vanville now up this near sideline here in Clare, under pressure, fouled eventually by Emer Keane, and Ciara Vanville looks for somebody to make a run. She needs someone to show for the ball, and she decides to go short to Wexford's centre forward Katrina Murray from Clonee, and Katrina Murray tries to link up again with Banville. Banville under pressure from Emer Keane. I was going to say it might have been a free to Wexford, but the referee just played on. It's good refereeing. The Wexford fullback is attacking now. Shauna Murphy links up one or two players losing their footing. The Wexford full forward does extremely well. Aisling Murphy, she was in midfield for the throw-in. They won the throw-in, but hasn't been involved hugely in the game since then, but wins this free, and this now will be an opportunity for Wexford to at least land in around the house. And in terms of advantage, Emery and the breeze, like is it slightly towards Wexford? I mean, I know it's mostly crossfield, so it's
yeah. I know that Wexford, I think they've dropped 2 short, so it may be in Clare's favour. I know it mightn't look like that from here, but it just seems to be dropping to the left a little bit as well. That's a wide ball from Wexford. Just going back to the play there now, Emer Keane has been ticked, so she needs to be careful now, because no team wants to go down to 14 players on a day like today, because they're working really hard at the moment. And Amy Lynn has, after finding Cliona Blake from, she nearly found her.
Nearly found Cliona Blake, but Wexford cut it out really, really well. I think it's the Wexford wing back, or the Kehoe gets it in as far as the full forward goal on. The centre forward is in. Great save from Amy Lenihan. Katrina Murray's shot was saved by Lenihan by her foot. The ball broke to the full forward Murphy. She pulled over the bar. Good score from Wexford, but it might have been a goal, but for that save.
Superb save from Amy. She was off her line straight away. Got the foot in there. Point blank save. I know it was a good score from Ashley Murphy from the rebound, but again, it'll do Amy's confidence a world of good. She'll be looking for clear options at the moment. She's seen Sinead Considine out in the wing.
It's good goalkeeping and a good kick out as well from Amy Lenihan. Sinead Considine has it again now. Gives it back as far as Amy Lenihan. Amy Lenihan bouncing the ball. Looks for somebody now, loses control of it slightly under a bit of pressure from Aisling Murphy, but doesn't panic and finds Emer Keane. Emer Keane breaks for now, 1 or 2 players looking for the ball. One of whom is Aisling Considine, gives it back as far as Fidelma Marnan, who's been operating between the full forward line and the half forward line. But Wexford do well to mop up possession there. Lizzie Roach puts a tackle in on the Wexford midfielder Ciara Donnelly, gives away a free, and it's a free out for Wexford just inside their own half of the field. And a few times Anne-Marie Clare have kicked it forward.
Yeah.
There hasn't been huge direction in their kicks, or maybe the movement inside hasn't been great, or maybe there's just been one player inside.
Yeah, I think it's been I think it's the one player. Wexford have copped onto that, relatively early, so they have 2 defenders back there. Chloe Maloney is gone into the full forward line now, and Fidelma Marnan is out around the middle of the field, so I'd say they'll be doing that for the day. Lizzie Roach is inside with Chloe, so they will be looking for long volume, but if it's not working they'll have to change it. Wexford are in possession there. They've dispossessed well, and they're coming out with wing back Aoife Manley on the ball.
And Ciara Donnelly had it briefly. Wexford gave it away now. Clare hit him on the break. Popped off there. It's a good run from Cleva Harvey. Cleva Harvey being tackled by Aisling Halligan, gives it to Chloe Maloney. Chloe Maloney back in the middle of the field. Chloe Maloney gives it back to Emer Keane. Emer Keane gives it on to Fidelma Marnan. 1-2 back to Keane. Keane under pressure to hold on, gives it back to Marnan. Great run off the shoulder from the West Clare Gales player. Referee plays advantage. Fidelma Marnan has the shot. It's going to drop short. It's going to be free in. And every time Fidelma is involved in the play, Anne-Marie, she knows something.
Yeah, I think she should actually stay inside and try win ball. But there was a pull on her jersey there. She got the shot off, but referee rightly so called it back. And this is going to look like it's going to be Chloe Maloney to take this just from right in front of us here from the right hand side. Perfect position for a left footed kicker.
So Chloe Maloney, 38 yards out. The free won by Fidelma Marnan. So it's going to be interesting here. Is she going to try and put it over the bar to Breeze? She'll probably maybe put it up in the air, aim for the back post, and it might come back in. So I'd imagine it's something like that she's going to do. So Clare leading by 1 point to Wexford. 1-2 to Wexford. It's 3 points. Chloe Maloney kicks it in, but it's very well dealt with inside by Wexford, who emerged with it. And their centre back Roisin Murphy has it, but Roisin Murphy spills it. Nearly won back by Cliona Blake. Cliona Blake on the ground. Wexford eventually get it back with Roisin Murphy, and they're bursting forward now. They're centre forward Katrina Murray, who had a shot for a goal that was well saved, but it's won back by Clare. We have a Harvey to Siofra Connell. Siofra Connell goes on the ball, pops it off as far as Clare's left half back. Anya Keane, twin sister of Emer. Clare doing well to hold on to it. They're well won back there by Katrina Murray up against Lauren Griffin. And both players battling very great determination on the far side of the field, but Orla Kehoe wins it back. Wexford off a small bit of space here on the far side of the field. And I think it's, from what I can see, Quillan Newlan on the far side who has it. He was back as far as the midfielder, Ciara Donnelly. Ciara Donnelly now looking for somebody to make a run, finds Orla Kehoe. And Wexford burst forward. It's a great run from the Wexford centre back. Roisin Murphy pops it as far as Newlan, puts it over the bar. And Quillan Newlan, really good finish, and that's a great score from Wexford.
Great score, and that came from a dispossession over across, just directly across from us there at the stand side, from the Wexford half back line. Well worked score, and again that will do Wexford's confidence a world of good. Amy Linehan has found Chloe Maloney from the kick out, and she's after finding Louise Griffin.
But Louise Griffin, Clare, she was fouled there just as she was passing the ball, so they'll be relieved at that. The home county, Wexford, just a point behind. It's a really good game, and Anne-Marie, it's a credit to both teams, really, to be honest, at this time of the year, that they're playing with such I suppose fluidities. They both clearly have a plan. Okay, they've made a few mistakes. Both teams given the ball away a few times, but overall, it's been a really good opening 20 minutes.
Yeah, the intensity and the pace, for this time of the year is phenomenal. So credit to both sides, as you said. Really good spectacle. Roisin Murphy is in possession here. She's looking for someone for forward. She's found Katrina Murray.
Katrina Murray spreads now to the far side of the field as far as Sarah Harding, Kenny and Wexford now. Being defended there by Niamh Newlan again, who's a really good corner forward, pops it off, goal on Wexford in. That's definitely back in the net. Amy Linehan did her best, came off the line, but she was the step, a really good step there from the Wexford wing forwards, Sarah Harding Kenny, who finished. It was a really nice finish, and Wexford now quick fire 1-1, and they lead by 1-4 to Clare's 1-2, and we've had just over 21 minutes here in Clare, in West Clare, and Anne-Marie, that was a class finish.
He was. She sneaked in behind the Clare full back line and just slotted it home with her left leg. Excellent score. So Wexford can do what Clare can do. Clare in possession here with Lizzie Roach. She's after turning her defender.
Lizzie Roach is in, bounces the ball under pressure, tried to get the pass off as far as, well, either Ciara McCarthy or Cliona Blake. They were queuing up. It was intercepted. There was definitely a goal on there, Anne-Marie, if Lizzie Roach had got that pass off.
Yeah, there was, and it's the first time Lizzie has actually turned her defender today. She did it on numerous occasions last week, but no doubt Wexford knew that and they're marking her tight. But if she gets on more ball, Clare will get in for more scores.
Free now for Wexford on the stand side of the field, just in front of one of the dugouts. I think there's a Clare dugout from what I can see there on the far side. And they take that line ball, and Orla Kehoe has it. They're trying to break forward on the right hand side, on the far side of the field, up as far as Newlan, and the referee says I think it's a free for Wexford. He's definitely pointing towards the Clare goal mouth, so it's either a free or possibly a line ball. So the Wexford centre forward is going to take it, and the centre forward is Katrina Murray, gives it infield as far as the team captain go into ground, but Wexford managed to hold on to it there under a lot of pressure. Did very well to hold on to the ball in contact. The full-back Shauna Murphy has it now, gets it in as far as the full forward line. 2 players on the ground. Referee blows a whistle. He sees the push in the back, and it's a free in to Wexford. And Wexford, it has to be said, I'm reading the last 4 or 5 minutes, have really upped it, and they're getting the scores as well to reflect that. Yeah,
they've really settled, and they are putting pressure on the Clare full back line. They're out in front of their players. Maybe the management had a quick word with them. I saw someone run in there a few minutes ago, so maybe he's told them to up their game, and that's another lovely score from I think it's from Ciara Rohan.
Yeah, really good score there from Wexford now, who are now in a 3-point lead, 1-5 to Clare's 1-2, and we've got about 6.5 minutes left in the first half. Ball won really well there in the middle of the field by Chloe Maloney. Chloe Maloney gives it now as far as Cliona Blake. Bit of space in front of the Blake player. Lovely ball, beautiful ball in front of Amy Sexton. As far as Fidelma Marnin has yet another shot on goal. Puts it straight over the bar, and Clare now reduced the deficit to 2 points. Wexford 1-5, Clare 1-3, and literally every shot Fidelma Marnin has had, Anne-Marie, has either ended up over the bar or in the net.
Yeah, as I said, they just need to keep giving her ball. What a ball in from Clean Blake though to Amy Sexton, who set it up.
On the run.
On the run. Lovely flowing football, an excellent score from Fidelma. Again, the Clare forwards are putting pressure on the Wexford backs coming out.
Well, certainly for a league game in January, it's really, really good. Both teams having their moments of dominance, some very good finishing from both teams as well. Ball has been given away a few times here and there, but mostly it's because they've been under pressure from the opposition. So that's excellent defending. Great hand in there from Louise Griffin from Fergus Rovers, playing her second game as a right half back for Clare. Really good defending. Got the hand in. Wexford were attacking there, and could have maybe got a score that the free's taken out up as far as Chloe Maloney. Here's the call from Emer Keane pops it as far as Kieran McCarthy back to her clubmate Chloe Maloney. Chloe goes to ground under a bit of pressure there, and is accused of overcarrying by the referee, and I suppose Emery, and Clare give out. I think Fidelma might have had a word there, possibly. Unlike Fidelma to have an opinion, but she must have said something.
And she's after getting a little tick in the book as well, so that's not ideal.
So, but yeah, I mean, could have, maybe Chloe was fouled, but tight call, I suppose.
It is a tight call, yeah. Again, it depends on the ref in those situations. But Wexford will be happy, and it's an excellent ball in from Wexford fullback Shauna Murphy, and she has found Kaelin in the corner.
Kaelin, having a great game for Wexford. Finds the runner Ava Manley in on goal, off the post, very unlucky. Will it break for the centre forward? Great battle with Quiva Harvey, and back as far as Neil Lawn, and the Wexford goal scorer has it now briefly. And Wexford still have it, doing well to hold on to it. Ashley Murphy gives it as far as Aoife Cullen holds on to it. Wexford now trying to switch to play, and it's one thing that's been really impressive from Wexford. Under pressure, they don't give away the ball easily, but just, of course, as I speak, that's exactly what they do. And that pressure from Clare, Fidelma briefly waited for the ball. Fidelma Marnin under pressure from the full forward and the centre back. And Fidelma should be delighted this time, Anne-Marie, she wins the free.
Yeah, well worked free from Fidelma there. She won the ball, and she turned inside, and rightly so she was fouled. Ball coming from Clean Blake to Chloe Maloney. Chloe won that under pressure. Looks like she's fouled. Ref says play on. Chloe's going to be looking for the runner off the shoulder, and she has found Fidelma again on the ball, who was giving it to Kieran McCarthy.
Kieran McCarthy has it. Chloe Maloney is still on the ground, not 100% happy, and opportunity for Lizzie Roach. Lizzie Roach is in, gets the shot. It's wide, but the referee says she was fouled as she was shooting. It's a penalty for Clare. And 27 minutes gone. That was good football from Clare. It wasn't a clear-cut penalty, Anne-Marie, to be honest about it, but no, the referee's closer than we are, I suppose.
Yeah, from where we are, it looks like she may have had a slight tug on the jersey just as she was about to kick the ball, but as you said, the ref is closer to it. He makes the decision. I would imagine that Chloe will kick this. We know she's an outstanding soccer player for Piedmont United. Will be used to slotting home goals, so hopefully she'll slot one home here today.
So Chloe would have thought that she deserved the free a few seconds before that. She was hammering the ground with her fist, but as this is happening, Lizzie Roach was in, got the shot, probably was definitely fouled, Emery, but I suppose if you were conceding the penalty, it might have been a small bit soft from the point of view of the team conceding it. Chloe Maloney now stands over the ball. The Wexford goalkeeper is Leanne Moore. She's dancing on the line. Referee blows his whistle. It's going to be a pivotal moment. 28 minutes gone in first half. Chloe Maloney now sizing up her options, and Chloe strikes it extremely well into the top corner. Excellent finish. Clare's second goal, and Clare lead by 2-3 to Wexford's 1-5, so a 1 point lead for Clare, and Chloe took her time but just had that bit of class in that left foot.
Yeah, superb finish. Give goalkeeper Leanne Moore no choice there, or no chance. She's after winning possession from the kick out again, and she's after finding Clean Blake, who's giving it to Fidelma.
Fidelma has it again now. turning on to her left or pop it off. She pops it off as far as Sinead Considine, gives it back to Fidelma. Fidelma looks up, she sees there's a shot on, and for the first time today it drops short. So Wexford emerged with it. Free out for a bit of a push in the back there on the Wexford cornerback. So Wexford come out with it with Aisling Halligan. She pops it off as far as the Wexford centre back and team captain Roisin Murphy. Roisin Murphy under bitter pressure, but finds a teammate in the shape of Katrina Murray in field. Katrina Murray does really well to hold on to it. It's a 1 point game. She finds Ciara Donnelly from Stelmalier. Clare 2-3, Wexford 1-5. A lot of real end-to-end stuff, some great scores, and over carrying there definitely from Orla Kehoe, and she definitely did take it. I suppose that additional step or two, Anne-Marie.
Yeah, she did. Now, sometimes you might get away with it if the ball isn't there from a solo, but not on this occasion. But again, good pressure from Clare. They were filtering back there. Looks like Chloe Maloney's going to take the three. She might slow it down. I think there's only about a minute left. They might just hold possession until the half-time whistle goes. She's looking for options at the moment. I think it looks like she may go long to Fidelma. Yeah.
So Chloe puts a bit of air in this one up towards Fidelma. Fidelma breaks it, goes to ground, breaks for Keena Blake, who's been very involved, I have to say, Anne-Marie, particularly in the last 10 minutes. It's a really great ball in as far as Lizzie Rhodes. Lizzie Rhodes now taking on Katie Inglis. Lizzie Rhodes on the end line, in on goal, the two cornerbacks up against her. She shoots, but into the side netting. And, maybe she might have been, it's very easy to say it from here, but possibly could have maybe, fisted over there, Anne-Marie. You know more about attacking play than I would, but she looked dangerous.
Yeah, she got inside her two defenders there. Maybe could have fisted over the bar. It was an acute angle she went for the shot. Referees having a chat with his two umpires. They may have seen something off the ball. They're being very, very vigilant and consistent today, so it'll be interesting to see what will happen here now.
So the referee Paul McCaughey is jogging out, doesn't seem to be calling anyone or anything, so play is just going to continue here with this kick out from Leanne Moore, following that wide. Leanne Moore, good kick out, and finds Ciara Banville. Ciara Banville gives it back to Katrina Murray. Katrina Murray links up with Orla Kehoe. Orla Kehoe under pressure there from Keena Blake, but that's the last action of the first half. And Anne-Marie, it's been a really, really good first half. That 30 minutes absolutely flew.
Yeah, and as we had anticipated at the start, there's nothing in this game, just the 1 point. So it's end-to-end stuff. Few handy chances for both sides, a few very well worked scores from both sides as well. And we're looking forward to a very entertaining second half.
Couple of, I suppose, the goal is fairly vital. Philip Marlin got the first goal for Clare. Chloe Maloney then from the penalty, and the Wexford goal coming from Sarah Harding Kenny. All of them really good goals.
Yeah, excellent, and really good teamwork involved in all of them. Two of them came from dispossessions out the field. One of them, the Wexford forward, got in behind the Clare defence, so they will want to reduce those mistakes in the second half. But I think both teams will be relatively happy with their performances. Again, we've said this before, it's only the end of January. I'm sure that both sets of management will be utilising the unlimited subs in the second half. Legs will be getting tired. I know the pitch is in great condition, but there is some soggy parts as well. I know legs will be getting tired as we get to the 45-minute, 50-minute mark, and the girls will come on, will want to be proving themselves for the next 5 or 6 games.
And I suppose the difference today, Anne-Marie, for both Clare and Wexford last week, they had comprehensive wins, so they could give everyone a run. And the decision for management now at this stage is, as you said, 10-15 minutes from the end, players are getting tired. Are they going to be a bit more conservative in terms of the number of players they give a run to? Because if the result is in the balance, if you make too many changes, does it upset the balance of the team? So there's that kind of a dilemma, I suppose. Yeah,
I do think the first 10 minutes here are vital. Whatever way this 10 minutes go for both teams will determine a lot for the subs option. But as I said, both sets will probably bring on 3 or 4 for sure, to see out the game. But it'll be interesting to see just how the first 10 minutes will go.
So it's half time here in Clare. It's the Lidl Ladies Football National League Division 3 match. It's the second round match. Both teams won last weekend. We've mentioned that a couple of times. So whoever wins today will definitely have put themselves, if there is a winner, in pole position in terms of promotion, even if it's only after 2 games. So the halftime score, Clare 2-3, Wexford 1-5, a 1 point game. We're going to take a look now at some first half highlights, and we'll be back in a few minutes. Gus around. A good run from Cullen. Gives it off to the corner forward. Needs new lawn. It's a good effort. And it drops in under the. Maybe opportunity now for Chloe Maloney to get on the ball for the first time. Maloney now breaking through the middle. She's been followed by Orla Kehoe. What an unbelievable. Felma Marlin always in again. Good football from Marlin taking on the full back. Did she have a runner off her shoulder? Felma, well, it didn't matter. The two teams looking really sharp, looking really confident. Clare now linking up really well. Felma Marlin has yet another opportunity for a shot on goal. She said 3 shots.
She was going through. I know the ref waved advantage. This is well within Caelan's reach. You'd imagine she'd pop it over the bar.
And Caelan Newland does exactly the same late, but Wexford cut it out really, really well. I think it's the Wexford wing back, or the Kehoe gets it in as far as the full forward. Goal on, the centre forward is in. Great save from Amy Lenahan. He put it over the bar. Good score from Wexford, but finds Orla Kehoe. And Wexford burst forward. It's a great run from the Wexford centre back. Roisin Murphy pops it as far as Niamh Newlawn, puts it over the bar, and being defended there by Niamh Newlawn again, who's a really, really good corner forward. Pops it off, goal on, Wexford in. That's definitely back in the net. Amy Lennon did her best to come off.
And they are putting pressure on the Clare full back line. They're out in front of their players. Maybe the management had a quick word with them. I saw someone run in there a few minutes ago, so maybe he's told them to up their game, and that's a
lovely ball, beautiful ball in front of Amy Sexton. As far as Fidelma Marnin has yet another shot on goal.
the corner.
Niamh having a great game for Wexford. Finds the runner, Ava Manley in on goal. Off the post, very unlucky. Ciara McCarthy has it. Chloe Maloney is still on the ground, not 100% happy. And opportunity for Lizzie Roach. Lizzie Roach is in, gets the shot. It's wide, but they're gone in first half. Chloe Maloney now sizing up her options, and Chloe strikes it extremely well. Lizzie Roach now taking on Katie English. Lizzie Roach on the end line, in on goal. The two corner backs up against her. She shoots, but into the side. Ava Manley. Wexford, similar now to Clare. Thought that was a free in. Definitely is a free in. Free given away there by Philip Ireland. It's going to be free in to Wexford on the stand side of the field. And they take it nice and quickly. And they find our midfielder, Ciara Donnelly, going through the middle now. And the Wexford player, Aoife Cullen had it, but the free given away. And it's a free for just a 14-yard line at an angle. And it's a really good angle, Anne-Marie, for a right-footed kicker. And you'll imagine that this should be a great chance for Wexford to go over an equalising point. Just looking at the clock, 5.5 minutes into the second half.
Yeah, it was well worked up there through the field, and again it's a substitution. Bevan McDonald, who was in for Sarah Harding. I imagine Sarah picked up a knock because she had a good first half, but we do get Bevan's confidence a word ago. She sold it from there and passed it off. Ref is just having a little chat with it looks like it's Louise Griffin. He's just having a quick chat with Louise there. He may have taken her name, and you'd imagine Wexford would pop this over. I think it's Kaelin Newland that's taking it.
And just not the best. Dangerous inside on the corner back. Almost had it, and eventually Lauren Griffin desperately tried to stop it from going out over the line, and eventually Aisling Murphy, I'd say possibly the last person to get a touch to it, and goes over the line. And that's a really crucial score, Emery.
Yeah, and we said at the start of the game, conditions, that could be a vital score. The ball dropped short, and looks like that Louise Griffin tried to stop it going through. I think it was number 14, Aisling Murphy, that got the final touch just near the upright there. But that could be a crucial score.
Yeah, Lauren Griffin did everything to try and prevent it from going over the line, but it did eventually, and now Wexford lead by 2 points. Wexford 2-5 as another substitution there. Number 26, Roisin Hughes, comes in for Wexford, so we'll try and keep an eye as much as we can on the substitutions. As you know, unlimited substitutions allowed for the league, so it's going to be really interesting, and we'll just see how Clare I suppose respond to this, and they've won a free foul on Fidelma Marnin about 25-26 yards, well 21-22 yards out, so this definitely will suit a left-footed kicker and
get a score or two, just not to let the lead increase from Wexford. Chloe Maloney's shot has dropped, it hits the upright. We'll see who's going to react first to it.
Ciara McCarthy goes down on it. Ciara McCarthy gives it to Ony Keane. Clare now building again, back to McCarthy. Can McCarthy find a teammate? She finds Amy Sexton. Quiva Harvey bounces the ball, loses it very briefly, wins it back, gives it to Cliona Blake from the Veg wearing 14, but Cliona's hand pass not the best. Chloe Maloney tries to do something with it, blocked by the centre back. Great defending there from Roisin Murphy, the centre back and captain from Wexford. Referee playing advantage, going to be a free out. And just there, the last pass again, and maybe not quite on
in these conditions, in trying these two ball to hand, but that's easier said than done. Ball spilled. Chloe tried to soccer style it around, right decision, but she was unlucky on this occasion. Good save as well from Leanne Moore. She got the foot to it. Wexford are nice and relaxed here now. Roisin Murphy has won a free kick. They're going to bring on another substitution. Clare bringing on 2 substitutions. It looked like Megan Downs is coming on, and I'm just trying to have a look and see who the other one is.
Megan Downs definitely on, wearing number 29, Megan Downs from the home club Clare.
And it's Laura Griffey is the other substitution. So Clare looks like Ciara McCarthy's making way, as is Amy Sexton.
So Ciara McCarthy and Amy Sexton off, and Clare, as we said, making those couple of changes. So let's see, will those changes work from the point of view of the home team. Megan Downs did well. She came on last week up in Curry in Sligo, but Wexford definitely a significant step up from Sligo, as in fairness are Clare from Wexford's first round opponents. Awfully, both Clare and Wexford had very significant, very comprehensive wins last weekend. So let's see now, the Wexford centre back, how's that's going to take the free Roisin Murphy. Roisin Murphy kicks it up the middle of the field, up as far as centre forward Katrina Murray. Katrina Murray now takes off it, and it's a nice pop ball in front of one of the Wexford substitutes who's showing great pace. Burst in on goal, gets the shot in. With the shot there, goes wide from Emma Tompkins from Connie, and Emma Tompkins really showed great pace there, didn't she?
Yeah, she did, and she was unlucky not to finish it. But again, that will do her confidence the world of good. She'll be pressing forward again. Wexford putting pressure on the Clare defence coming out, and the ball is well won back there by Aisling Murphy. Oh, but the referee seems to be giving a free out. Apologies.
Yeah, I thought it was a free to Wexford, I have to say as well. But the referee is that bit closer than we are, so we definitely have to give him the benefit of the doubt. Chloe Maloney now shows for the ball under pressure from Roisin Murphy. Maloney holds on to it, looks for a runner, finds her midfield colleague Sinead Constantine from the scanner. Sinead Constantine under a bit of pressure, but gets that infield as far as Louise Griffin. Louise Griffin now soloing forward. Gives it as far as Sinead Constantine. Sinead Constantine finds Fidelma Marnan. Fidelma Marnan scored 1-3 in that first half. Superb first half performance. Clare need a couple of scores from somewhere to reduce. So it is only a 2-point deficit, but every score here is fairly hard earned. Clare now attacking this time with their substitute Megan Downs. Clare lose possession of the ball, well won back there by Aisling Halligan, and Wexford trying to clear here the breeze. It's largely cross field, difficult to know exactly who it might be favouring. It's definitely not a definitive favouring either side, so making it quite difficult in terms of shooting. But some of the scores we've had here have been really top quality. Referee playing advantage for Wexford, and eventually blows the whistle and gives a free forward for Wexford, and Chloe Maloney briefly on the ground but gets up, and the free is going to be taken now, and I think it's going to be taken by Roisin Hughes. So Wexford looking for somebody to make a run, and eventually the impressive substitute Emma Tompkins makes that run. It's fouled. She's had a couple of really good moments. She's gone well caught inside with a full forward. Wexford now, great chance here. Their wing forward number 12 in on goal. Good shot and a really good finish. Ciara Banfield.
And Clare are lucky there, because if Ciara had looked up, she had two inside her that were free and they were screaming for the ball. So it's a let off from a Clare perspective. Amy Lynn has found her fullback Siobhan O'Connell, and Cleva Harvey is now in possession, and she's found her sister Grania on the wing.
So it's 13 minutes gone in the second half here in Clare. It's a Lidl Ladies Division 3 round 2 National Football League game. Clare 3 points down. It's the biggest deficit we've had in this game so far. Clare will be delighted to have, after giving away the ball, to realise that they actually had won a free. 3 points down, 2-6 to Wexford, 2-6, Clare 2-3. So Clare now know that they need to get the next score to get back into this game, because if it becomes a 4 or 5 point game in these conditions, it's going to be difficult enough to claw it back. And definitely up to this point, it's been a really good away performance from Wexford. Fidelma Marnan now from quite an angle. She's got loads of confidence. If that goes over, it'll be some score, but the two umpires look at each other briefly, and the inside it was wide. And look, Maria, I know sometimes when a forward has a shot from an angle that's maybe not the best, people might give out, but you know, Fidelma's playing very well, has scored 1-3, so there are times I suppose that a forward has to back themselves, and it mightn't always go right. Yeah,
maybe that was, I suppose, a little bit of an acute angle. Maybe it should have come across the goals, but can't fault her. She's been playing very well. Again, needs to get on more ball. I think she needs to stay inside. She seems to be drifting out of the field, but management has obviously told her that Wexford are in possession, but Clare half back has won it back.
So Anya Keane won it back well there. That was good football from Clare. So they're now breaking forward, and Megan Downs now is in. If she can win this, and she pops it off, but not the greatest decision in terms of the pop off. There was 2 Wexford Clares there to Clare's 1, and Wexford won it back. And Clare's decision making just needs to be a small bit better, and that's a really good defender there from Grania Harvey. Grania Harvey read it really well, intercepted, is gone to ground, and hopefully she's okay. And
she looks like she took a little knock to the head there.
The next
So-
the next score, Anne-Marie, is going to be vital, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. Again, it's a 3-point game. If Wexford can tag on another point or two, you'd imagine they'd see it out, but Clare aren't going to give up. There's still only as we know, a goal in ladies football is nothing, so the next few minutes now are going to be crucial. Gráinne seems to be up onto her feet, she seems to be okay. Clare are warming up 3 more subs there, as are Wexford, just to see out the game. It is Roisin Murphy looking for options from the free kick.
So I actually thought it was going to be a Clare free, but it was a Wexford free, and cornerback now. The Western cornerback laid the ball off. The referee spotted the referee somewhere. And, I'm not sure, I didn't see that free myself, no, I have to say, but that's not to say it wasn't a free. But centre back, Roisin Murphy takes it. I think that ball is going to beat everyone out over the sideline. It does exactly that. And this line ball now will be taken by Gráinne Harvey. So Gráinne Harvey needs 1 or 2 players now to make a run. It's a difficult position to take a line ball back cornerback, and she finds her sister Cueva. Cueva bounces the ball under a bit of pressure. Amy Linehan shows for the ball and spills it and does well eventually to find her teammate Shifrani Connell, and it turned out to be okay, because for a brief second there was a goal on. Clare give away the ball again now in the middle third, and this is dangerous because Wexford have a bit of space with Aisling Murphy. Aisling Murphy is a very, very good player. Good ball from Murphy. Great link-up play from Wexford, and that's, from their point of view, a really good point. A great finish in Ciara Banville. So while we credit Wexford, Anne-Marie, they took advantage, but it was Clare that made a mistake initially in giving the ball away.
Yeah, it was a mistake coming out of possession. Again, can't afford to give away possession against a team of this calibre. They're going to capitalise with scores, so Clare need to work up a score now. Amy Lynn has found Cueva Harvey, she's in possession, she's found Chloe Maloney.
So Clare know now that they have any chance of getting back into this game. They give it away again. Chloe Maloney thought it was a free, but the referee didn't see it that way now. And Wexford, for the second time in a minute or two, have a lot of space in front of them. They're in on goal. The Wexford weak forward has it as a great chance of a goal, and it is an absolutely superb finish from Sarah Harding Kenny. Excuse me, excellent finish. Her second goal. The second successive score, Anne-Marie, that came from Clare spinning the ball in the middle of the field and Wexford hitting them on the break.
Yeah, you could see the minute the ball was spilled there was only going to be one outcome. You could see that goal coming. They had the overlap, they had the extra person inside, and now I think Clare need to just win possession, mind the ball and work it out and try and get a score or two before it's too late.
Louise Griffin gives the ball away to try to find Chloe Maloney, but Clare just need to be a bit more, I suppose, certain in terms of their passing. They're up against a really good team, and Wexford putting a lot of pressure on. But Clare have possession. That shot there, not the best from Katrina Murray. It drifts harmlessly wide. The scoreline remains as it was. Wexford leading by 3-7 to Clare's 2-3. And a quick look at the clock. We've 18.5 minutes, just over 18.5 minutes gone in the second half here in Park, Broad Park. Wexford now win the kick out again. They're in on goal again, and the corner forward has it, and she buries a superb goal. Quill on the new lawn. Wexford now leading by 4-7. Clare's 2-3, and Marie, Wexford have just upped it really significantly, and they're getting the scores, and they're going to win this game.
Yeah, they're pushing up on the kick out and putting pressure on the Clare defence, making Clare spill the ball. I wasn't too sure there was the ball picked off the ground, but the ref, as you said, the ref is closer to them. He didn't see it happening, and the goal stands. So it's putting daylight between the scores now. The stand across the way from us getting a little bit animated. I'm not sure what happened, but definitely something happened.
Yeah, I didn't see. I probably should have seen what happened, but didn't exactly see what the people in the stand are getting excited about. The scoreline 4-7, Wexford 4-7, Clare 2-3. Clare that goes all over the sideline harmlessly enough. It's going to be a line ball for Wexford. will suit him down to the ground. 10 minutes left here in Clare as Wexford seek a second successive league win. That line ball was, well, it was taken 3 or 4 yards infield, so a couple of substitutions being made now. 3 more Clare substitutes being brought on, and we'll when we see who they are, we'll tell you. And I think Ashley Morrissey is one of them from what I can see, and Rebecca Doohan from Kimberley Bricken is on, as well as is her sister Joanna Doohan. Just seeing who the third person is there. So they're making three substitutions, and let's see. I think is it Quillan McCormack as well, like you can see there. So yeah, lots of substitutions being made here by both teams. As we enter the last 9 minutes, just 9 minutes left. It's quite breezy here in Clare, but certainly the breeze hasn't really impacted upon Wexford's performance. Now, Clare have had a lot of good moments too, but they haven't scored yet, Anne-Marie, in the second half, and I suppose Wexford just have upped it so much, and then just taken those goal opportunities.
Yeah,
that's the difference.
Yeah, they have. Their forwards have worked really hard, and they stopped the Clare coming out with the ball, and it's frustrating Clare now. Wexford are well on top. Ball goes out there over the side again. The strong wind is carrying it out. But Clare win back possession now, and Caoimhe Harvey's on the ball, and they just need to mind the ball now. It's Ani Keane in possession, and she's found Chloe Maloney.
Now breaking forward is fouled, and referee blows a whistle 2 or 3 times. Now he says he's going to throw it in. Though he isn't going to be too happy about that, gives it back to the referee, and so the referee's going to, I think, throw it in now between Chloe Maloney and Roisin Murphy. Chloe, the Clare midfielder, Roisin, the Wexford centre back. Chloe wins it, left-handed hand pass, but it's given away. Wexford have it again now. The referee playing advantage as Wexford's Aoife Cullen comes out with the ball, and it's a good run from Cullen. She goes to the ground. A clash there with not quite sure which is Clare forwards or defenders it was, but Clare are given the free. Lizzie Roach had it but spilled it in contact. And that's I think that's one of the differences, Anne-Marie, between Wexford and Clare. Wexford much better hold on to the ball in contact.
Yes, I agree. But again, I suppose it comes down to the Wexford pressure maybe. But yeah, Clare's filling the ball a little bit, and they're going to have to work on that for the next couple of games. A referee has called. Oh yeah, his way of play on there now. So we have. It's Shauna Murphy looking for person she's found substitute. Emma Constance, yeah.
She has it. She's made a big impression for Wexford since she came in. Wexford's build-up phase, excellent. They're possibly in on goal again. Sarah Harding Kenny, the shot blocked down off from the Wexford corner forward, Quillan Newland, who's had a really good game. Clare win the free out. So free out, they're going to have to take it nice and quick to have any chance of getting back into this game, and trying to work the ball down the field and maybe work scores. So Joanna Doohan has it, does well to hold on to it, finds Tina Blake gives it as far as Fidelma Marnan links up with links up with Eva Harvey. Clare now again give it away, and the Wexford cornerback goes to ground. Good physical tussle there. Connie Harvey battling with a couple of Wexford players, but Wexford get back in control of the ball. The cornerback now, Ashton Halligan, pumps it forward. Great defending there, really good defending from the Clare fullback, Sheafrey Connell. Very brave and committed under that ball. But Clare now with Caoimhe Harvey trying to emerge with it and maybe create an opportunity of what will be their first score of the second half, but to give it away again. And Wexford now just looking as if, you know, they're really intent on getting another score, and that is a great score from a player Emery who's had an outstanding game. Quillan Newland has been really, really good.
Yeah, she's been absolutely brilliant. She's demanding the ball there. I could actually hear her from here. All the Wexford forwards are on top now. They're again putting pressure on the Clare defence. Clare, as we said, spilling ball, seems to be pushing the back there on Chloe Maloney. So she'll be trying to get the ball up as quickly as she can. They've Lizzie Roach is inside full forward with Laura Griffey, and Fidel Marana has taken up a centre forward position. She was out the field further earlier on, but she's now resuming her role as centre forward.
So Wexford leading 3-8 to Clare's 2-3. That fourth goal was eventually chalked off, and a free out was given. So Wexford 3-8, Clare 2 goals and 3 points, and Anne Byrne comes in for Ciara Donnelly for Wexford. And in terms of time, we've just got over 4 minutes left in this second round, the Lidl National Football League Division 3 game in Clare. Wexford, a transformed team. Well, they did play a lot of good football in the first half as well, but they've really dominated in this second half. They've stepped it up and really have put Clare under the cosh. And up to this point, at least, Clare have had no answers. So it's going to be 3-2 Wexford in front of the Clare dugout, the far side of the field. And it's taken by Roisin Murphy. Pumps it in as far as the full forward line of Wexford player goes to ground. New Lawn is down over the ball, battling for it. Referee says, I'm going to have to throw that in. There's 3 or 4 players on the ground. There's still a Wexford player on the ground. And she might have picked up some kind of an injury, but she's up, thankfully. And that player, Quayle New Lawn, was definitely one of the outstanding players here in this match. More substitutions being made now. 2 Wexford players coming in. A Clare player about to come in as well. That Clare player is Aisling Morrissey, wearing number 17. And we'll try and work out who the Wexford players are. The referee now is having a bit of a chat here, working out who's coming in and who's going off. One of the Wexford players who's come in is Karen Tompkins from Clonee. And also we'll see who the other player is when we get a chance. Aisling Morrissey now having a chat with the referee, and the other Wexford player is Orla Byrne, also from Clonee. So plenty of changes being made here by both sides. It's an 8-point game. Wexford 3-8, Clare 2 goals and 3 points, and the referee throws that ball in. Siofra Cullen gets a hand to it, and Clare now, a Wexford player has been flattened. Aisling Murphy, she's still on the ground. Not sure has the referee seen that, but I'd say when he does that, he can definitely go to the final whistle. Or it's not the final whistle, but a whistle just to allow treatment to go into the injured Wexford player who's still on the ground. Linesman Paul Hickey has said to the referee, pointed out that there is a player, the physio has gone in. So presumably the game is going to be held up now for a second or two. While the Wexford player gets a bit of treatment. When player resumes, it'll be a line ball for Clare and it'll be taken by, I think, Aisling Morrissey. The Wexford player, Aisling Murphy, still on the ground but is receiving treatment, and hopefully would be okay to get up and get out with the game. So Emery, going into the last couple of minutes here, just got about 1 minute 20 seconds left. Second half, no argument really.
No argument. I think Wexford will be delighted with the performance. Clare will be disappointed with the ball handling errors. Now we know it's only January that these mistakes can be rectified, and I'm sure there will be a training. But they would have hoped to have had limited the mistakes and got a few more scores on the board today. So they will be very disappointed. But I know that they'll come back next week and be looking for a winning performance again. They can take some positives. They had an excellent first half, but Wexford were outstanding in the second half. A different team.
Yeah, definitely a transformed team. As you said, in the first half, it's not that Wexford did play well in the first half, but so did Clare. Second half, though, it's been all Wexford. And in difficult, the pitch conditions are excellent. There's no doubt about that. But it's just this very strong crossfield breeze has made it quite difficult to play constructive football. But Wexford have, without a doubt, defied that. They've played some great football. They've got some great scores, and also their build-up play as well, and really their support play. it's a really high at a really high level.
Yeah, and I suppose that little bit of experience, Wexford have been thereabouts the last couple of years, that would have stood to them. They didn't panic when they went down 4 or 5 points there in the first half. They kept plugging away, and they've improved as the game went on. Ashton Murphy looks to be sitting up right now, so hopefully she's okay. A stretcher looks like it's not required, so that's good. She just got caught in the tackle on the way out, just accidental. So hopefully she'll be okay to continue, or they may give her a break for the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, because definitely at this stage, the result is decided. There's no doubt about that. So the main thing is that Ashton Murphy will be okay, and as you said, Anne-Marie, she's sitting up, and that's the main thing. So we're just looking at the clock here now. We're going into injury time, but there will be definitely a few minutes of injury time because of this hold up. And the journey up, Anne-Marie, for Wexford would have been quite a long journey, but it might be a shorter one.
Absolutely, yes. I was speaking to some of them at halftime, and they travelled down last night, so they were delighted they stayed in Innis. So they'll be happy with their performance today, and the winning continues for them with a win last week as well against Offaly. So they'll be very happy to come to Clare turf and get the win. As you said, Clare will be disappointed, but I've no doubt they'll regroup and they'll come back, and same venue next week for the Kildare game. Again, Clare would be used to playing Kildare over the last couple of years, and they'll know who to watch, and so will Kildare, so we'll look forward to another good game there.
Looking at the promotion side of things, you'd have to say, no, we haven't seen other teams, and I'd say Kildare would be decent as well, but Wexford definitely putting themselves into a very good position in terms of having a very good chance of getting out of Division 3.
Yeah, definitely, and I'd imagine that's what their goal is. They knew there was going to be a tough test here today, and they'll take great confidence from today, coming down here. But Clare will want promotion as well, so I think they'll be the top 2 teams that'll be gunning for those positions. But again, you just never know with ladies football what way things will go. Just as we're speaking there, it looks like Clare making another substitution. It looks like that Emer Keane is making way, so Emer has worked very, very hard today. And it looks like number 22, Emma Healy, has entered the fray for Clare.
So Emma Healy from Burngale, who was also introduced last week up in Sligo as a second half substitute, coming in for the last few minutes. Thankfully now Ashley Murphy is on her feet, so that's the main thing, and she's going to be okay.
Yeah, they'll probably assess her for concussion, I'd imagine. She sits you up onto her feet, so that's good. Another girl that's coming in for Clare is Shauna Harvey, so sister of Grania and Cueva. Looks like she's going into a forward position. We just need to see who's making way. But a very, very experienced player, has played club and county for many, many years. Excellent shooter from both right and left. It looks like Lizzie Roach is making way.
Absolutely. So the three Harveys on the field now at this stage. 3 Harvey sisters from the Western Gaels. Look, Lizzie Roach got on a lot of ball on a couple of occasions. Had, I suppose, scoring opportunities that she didn't take. But look, I suppose from the point of view of a forward, Anne-Marie, it's at least if you get into good positions and you miss them, it's frustrating. But at least if you get into good positions, it's a sign that you know what you have to do. I mean, I suppose the problem would be as a forward if you weren't getting scoring chances.
Yeah, absolutely. And those ones, selfish runs, the runs that people don't see, they're the ones that make a good player. So it is important to be getting into positions as well and demanding ball. And that's exactly what Wexford have done in the second half. Play has resumed now. They have a sideline ball, and they're in possession with Captain Roisin Murphy.
And thankfully, Aisling Murphy looks to be, she's walking to the dressing room there, so we wish her the best, and that's the main thing. Whatever the result of the game or the performance of either side, Wexford's performance has been excellent. Just to say that the ball trickles harmlessly enough out over the Clare end line, so it's going to be a kick out for Amy Linehan. It's a 5-point game. Wexford 3-8, Clare 2 goals and 3 points, 4.5 minutes into injury time. So I'd say we have, definitely 2 or 3 minutes minimum more to add on. Fenella Marnan has the ball now for Clare. Scored 1-3, had an outstanding first half. Referee plays advantage there, set the Then it's going to be a free in if she can't do anything with this ball. Then the referee blows a whistle, and this free is going to be taken on the 45-yard line on the stance of the field here in Clare there. So they're now trying to take this nice and quick, and we'll clean up Blake shows for the ball, picks it up, and Clare now switch to the far side of the field. Only hammers it across the field, but it's going to be I was going to say it's going to be cut out, but Clare do well to win it. Two of the three harvests just combined nicely. Cueva has a left-footed kick forward, but that ball forward, the referee says.
Yeah, I think she touched it on the ground, so it's a free in. Again, it's hard to see it from here. I think there was maybe one knee on the ground, but ref has called as a free in for
Laura Griffin takes a free, but Wexford have lots of players back now at this stage, and really well. And one of their outstanding players, without a doubt, has been their centre back, Rosie Murphy, but she did overcarry that time. So the free is going to be free in to Clare. It's going to be taken by Clina Blake, which is a Clare player.
Yeah, I think Megan Down just got a fist into the chest there. She was tackling. She won the free anyway because it was overcarry. So good pressure there from Megan. She's up onto her feet. She seems to be okay. Clina Blake is going to be looking for options. She'll have to go short for this one.
So Clina Blake now on the 45 in front of the goals. It's a decent ball in. If it breaks, depending on how it breaks for Wexford. Good defending from Wexford. That was very, very well read there from, I think it was Karen Tompkins, one of the second half substitutes for the leaders, and they take the kick out, give it back to the goalkeeper Leanne Moore, who's had a good solid game in goals. Wexford now breaking out again. Good support play, although the fullback on this occasion is isolated, wins the free. Shauna Murphy didn't have anyone coming off her shoulder that time, but she was fouled by a couple of Clare players. And now maybe just 1 or 2 minutes possibly of injury time left here in Clare as Wexford try to build. It's good play. Centre forward Katrina Murray has it again. Katrina Murray pops it off as far as Niamh Newlawn, who's had a great game. Quilla Niamh Newlawn at corner forward, but she's spills it. 4 or 5 players around the ball. Not sure is the referee going to do anything here. 1 or 2 players wondering what's happening, and eventually the referee says Wexford overcarried. It's going to be a free out. In terms of injury time, we've had almost 8 minutes, and that is indeed the last moment of the game, but no, it's not. We're still here. Fairly long whistle there, Emery. It sounded like a match ending whistle for a second, but
it did.
Anyway, the game is still on. So Ashley Murphy has it, Ashley Morrissey has it again now. So Clare with Fidelma Barnan back in a very defensive role, gives it to Cueva Harvey. Cueva Harvey switches it to the far side, which is this side. Connie Harvey goes down the ball, 2 or 3 players around it. Referee says going to throw it in, and there's been a good few of those kind of moments, Emery, where 4 or 5 players are down over the ball.
Yeah, there has, and everyone fighting for the ball. You know, they're all working very, very hard. Right decision there from the referee to throw in the ball. It looks like Grania Harvey is going up for it. I'm just trying to see who is she going with. Referee, see, this could be the last action of the. It looks like it's substitution. Bevan McDonald.
Did well there to win that. Pulling the back. It's going to be a free in for Wexford, and I'd say they're going to take their time with this one. They're leading by 8 points, so there's no doubt as to the result. Wexford leading by 3 to Clare's 2 goals and 3 points. And at this stage now we've had 9 minutes of injury time in the second half. Now it is merited without a doubt, because Ashley Murphy was down for a good while getting attention. So this free is going to be taken by Wexford's Amy Wilson.
Something you don't see very often, the free being taken from the ground. So again, it's going to favour left footer kick here, so it will suit Amy. I wonder would the wind catch it, but she seems to have caught it well. She's going to curl it over. That's brilliant. A superb score.
That is absolutely brilliant. That was a great score there from Amy Wilson. went for the far post, so to speak, curled over. Wexford 3-9, Clare 2 goals and 3 points. Chief Connell wins the short kick out. Claude Maloney has it here again now on her left foot. He's got a runner there from Quiva Harvey. Quiva Harvey bounces the ball. Wexford making it difficult for Clare to break forward. Quiva gives it to Claude Maloney. Claude Maloney fists the ball on. But that is the last action of this game here in Clare. The Lidl ladies Division 3 second round game. Comprehensive victory for Wexford. They've beaten Clare by 3-9 to Clare's 2-3. Wexford recording their second successive win, so they've played 2 matches, 1-2. Clare have played 2, 1-1. And Marie, no arguments, no doubt. Best team won.
No arguments here today. Again, there was only 1 point in it at half time. We had mentioned a couple of minutes ago, Wexford came out a different team. They dispossessed Clare 4 times in a row to get scores there in the first 10 minutes, and they were absolutely crucial interceptions. They stopped Clare working the ball up the field, which they allowed Clare in the first half to. Clare would be disappointed, but as I said a couple of minutes ago, they will regroup for next week's fixture against Kildare. 2 wins from 2 from Wexford. They'll be very happy going home this evening.
And just a final comment on Reid. The next week now will be different for both teams for contrasting reasons. Clare will be looking to kind of, I suppose, look at what went wrong, where they can improve for Kildare, not panic because it is very, very early in the year. And Wexford, on the other hand, will be understandably buzzing.
Yeah, absolutely. Clare will not panic at all. They'll regroup for training now. I think they're doing 2 trainings and the 2 pitch sessions, and they'll work on those mistakes, those interceptions. Wexford, yes, will be happy, but again, they're not going to be getting carried away. They're going to be taking it game by game. There's a long way to go. I think there's 5 fixtures left after this, so again, we just don't know what way it'll go, but an excellent performance here today, a very enjoyable game, and Wexford deserving winners.
Thanks indeed to Anne-Marie Canlan for her commentary and analysis all throughout the afternoon. We'll be back here again next weekend. Just before we go, big thanks as well to our production team, Mike Corey and Tracy Whelan, without whom it just wouldn't have happened. Thanks as well to everyone here in Clare for all their help, and in particular Scout Chairman David O'Brien and the groundsman who's been doing this job as groundsman here in Clare for 50 years, Mike Crowe. So thanks indeed to all of them as well for their help. So myself, Peter O'Connell, final reminder of the score: Wexford winning here by 3-9 to Clare's 2-3. That's it from Clare. Many thanks, and we'll talk to you all again next weekend. A good effort, and it drops in under the maybe opportunity now for Chloe Maloney to get on the ball for the first time. Maloney now breaking through the middle. She's been followed by Orla Kehoe. What is unbelievable! Philelma Marlin always in again. Good football from Marlin, taking on the full back. Does she have a runner off her shoulder? Philelma, well, it didn't matter. The 2 teams looking really sharp, looking really confident. Clare now linking up really well. Philelma Marlin has yet another opportunity for a shot on goal. She's had 3 shots.
She was going through. I know the ref waved advantage. This is well within Caelan's reach. You'd imagine she'd pop it over the bar.
And Caelan Newland does exactly in a break, but Wexford cut it out really, really well. I think it's Wexford wing back, or the Kehoe gets it in as far as the full forward. Goal on, the centre forward is in. Great save from Amy Lenihan. He pulled over the bar. Good score from Wexford, but finds Orla Kehoe. And Wexford burst forward. It's a great run from the Wexford centre back. Roisin Murphy pops it as far as Niamh Newlawn, puts it over the bar, and being defended there by Niamh Newlawn again, who's a really, really good corner forward, pops it off, goal on, Wexford in. That's definitely back in the net. Amy Lenihan did her best to off.
And they are putting pressure on the Clare full back line. They're out in front of their players. Maybe the management had a quick word with them. I saw someone run in there a few minutes ago, so maybe he's told them to up their game, and that's a
lovely ball, beautiful ball in front of Amy Sexton. As far as Philelma Marlin has yet another shot on goal.
The corner.
Niamh having a great game for Wexford. Finds the runner, Ava Manley in on goal. off the post, very unlucky. Kieran McCarthy has it. Chloe Maloney is still on the ground, not 100% happy. And opportunity for Lizzie Roach. Lizzie Roach is in, gets the shot. It's wide, but they're gone in first half. Chloe Maloney now sizing up her options, and Chloe strikes it extremely well. Lizzie Roach now taking on Katie English. Lizzie Roach on the end line, in on goal. The two corner backs up against her. She shoots, but into the side.
And you'd imagine Wexford will pop this over. I think it's Kaelin Newland that's taking it.
And it's not the best. Dangerous inside on the corner.
There's a lot of cool, calm heads in there now. They're not going to panic, but they will need to get a score or two, just not to let the lead increase from Wexford. Chloe Maloney's shot has dropped. It hits the
briefly, wins it back, gives it to Cliona Blake from the Veg, wearing 14. But Cliona's hand pass, not the best. Chloe Maloney tries to do something with it. Blocked by this foul. She's had a couple of really good moments. She's gone well caught inside with a full forward. Wexford now, great chance here. Their wing forward, number 12, in on goal. Great link-up play from Wexford, and that's, from their point of view, a really good point. A great finish in Ciara Banville. So while we credit Wexford and Marie now, and Wexford for the second time in a minute or two have a lot of space in front of them, they're in on goal. The Wexford wing forward has it. It's a great chance of a goal, and it is an absolutely second half here in Park. Wexford now win the kick out again. They're in on goal again, and the corner forward has it, and she buries a half, but to give it away again. And Wexford now just looking as if, you know, they're really intent on getting another score, and that is a great score. And the referee throws that ball in. Siofra Cullen gets a hand to it, and Clare now, a Wexford player, has been flattened.
And it's going to favour left footer kick here, so it will suit Amy. I wonder will the wind catch it, but she seems to have caught it well. She's going to curl it over. That's brilliant. A superb score.
That is absolutely brilliant.